The Let Them theory, I've been diving into the book and listening to Mel Robbins on her podcast, and I am a fan. I am a fan of allowing people to be themselves and not taking their behavior personally. Now, I have a challenge for Mel Robbins. In her podcast, she just mentioned how when people are unhappy, let them be unhappy and to not give it energy. And I totally agree with that. Here's my challenge that some people aren't able to get to that point. Like she mentioned about, being a people pleaser and things of this such. People aren't quite ready. What do they do? How do they get to that point? You see, it's one thing about telling people what to do, but my challenge to her, as I continue to challenge myself, is to help people understand how they even got there in the first place, and that they have choices on what it is that they're thinking. You see, the reason why we're behaving in this manner is because of the things that we've been taught. We've been taught to seek external validation. We've been taught to people please. Now we must understand why we were taught and how to work on that belief. You see, that belief is a pre-program. It's kind of like the apps on our phones. They were already designed for that phone the moment you powered that phone up. The moment you came into this life, you were also given pre-installed beliefs designed for you, but not by you. Those beliefs allowed us to behave in ways where our actions are attached to our beliefs. So if we are experiencing this people pleasing, external validation, we must ask ourselves, what belief do I believe that would allow me to behave in this way? So it's all about empowering yourself with choosing the belief system that you want to adopt, not just the ones you inherited. Just because it was passed down doesn't mean it has to pass through you. So that's my challenge. And again, this is in no shape, form of discrediting Mel Robinson's Let Me theory. I love the process of allowing people to be themselves. But I want to take it just a step further to challenge people to challenge the things that they believe. Listen, challenge brings change, right? We all can agree. Whether you're challenging yourself to read a book every day or you're challenging yourself in the gym, over time you will see a change. Here's my theory. If you challenge what you believe, you can change your entire life. And that's not what I heard. That's what I know. I've done it. I've challenged the belief that men should be respected. I agree with that. However, that belief almost cost me my marriage because I believe I should get a certain level of respect. And I believe the narrative. However, it didn't say that you first should learn to respect yourself. I was never taught self-respect. I was never validated at home. So that became my trigger. How can I hold someone else accountable for giving me something that I was never taught to give myself? Yeah, see, this culture allows us to hold other people accountable for how they make us feel. But here's the challenge. Why do you feel the way you feel? Who taught you that that was the right way of living, of feeling? Thanks for listening. Again, the Let Me Theory. Mel Robbins, keep doing your thing. I look forward to one day maybe sitting across the table and working with you. And bringing this thing to more of the forefront where people will begin to experience more healthier relationships, not just with their loved ones and their friends and their family. I'm talking about that relationship with yourself, because the relationships that you are currently experiencing with friends, family, co-workers, all your relationships are predicated on the relationship that you have with yourself. So if those relationships look a little chaotic or drama-filled, you want to first go to the source, go to the root. Yo, thanks for listening. Do yourself a favor. Treat yourself to a smile. Empower Coach Martize. We'll talk again. See you soon.